Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden episode 129. What happened last time?
Last time we got the second part of Jiraiya, his backstory. We got the reveal that he was like the teacher of some of the Akatsuki, which is not good, and they supposedly died, but I guess we'll learn more about that as we go, because they're not dead. But something obviously happened there. And yeah, we saw Naruto, the happy life that Naruto could have had. Mm-hmm. Kind of sad, but we'll get on with this episode of Naruto.
Hope you guys leave a like and subscribe if you like Naruto Shippuden and you like listening to us talk about it and watch it and stuff like that. Also, come here to do that, not just to rewatch the show, because we're using this as you're not using this as a market substitute. We're using this as a aid, which is why we include the video so that you know what we're looking at, what we're talking about. But this, make no mistake, you should support the official release and come here to hear what we have to say, not just to rewatch the show. And if you want to get a week ahead, including uncuts, you can go to our patreon.com/boldcast, link in the description, and get that as well as OPs, OVAs, movies, bunch of cool stuff there. Patreon.com/boldcast. But let's just get into it. Naruto Shippuden, episode 129. New intro this episode, but we're not going to watch it.
No. I thought that was just a gross Orochimaru thing, but
well, infiltration accomplished. Actually, it was easier than I thought.
He's already fucking there.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Pain, what's the matter?
Someone has circumvented my reign. From the feel of his chakra, he's very powerful.
All the faces on the buildings is kind of fucking creepy.
This whole place is creepy.
Oh, they have like canals because it's so fucking wet here.
All right, where to start? Oh, it's hot. I'll take one of these pork buns, if you please, Granny.
Why, thank you. I don't think I've seen your face before. Not from around here, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm a traveling writer. I journey around from place to place and write about cuisine from wherever I happen to be visiting.
Oh, I see. So tell me, how do you like my pork buns?
I must say they're quite delicious, ma'am. I had heard they were good, but now that I've had one, they're amazing.
Yes, I know. Aren't they tasty?
I would love to write about these in my magazine. Would that be okay?
My pork buns would be in a magazine.
Though once I write about them, you'll have such a crowd here, you'll never have a moment to yourself.
Oh, yes, I see. That would be quite a problem, wouldn't it?
Boy, it's certainly nice and peaceful around here, isn't it?
This village is no longer plagued by war or any other discord thanks to the efforts of Lord Payne. We're all very grateful for what he's done.
Lord Payne?
That's right. Lord Payne's our leader.
Your leader? Well, what happened to Hanzo of the Salamander?
Uh-huh.
I said Hanzo of the Salamander! Well, thanks for your time.
We don't talk about Hanzo of the Salamander.
Apparently not. I also want to know, this was the other thing that I almost forgot to talk about,
Say,
is why, I forget their names, but like two of those kids, like,
I'm gonna pause.
that like Payne has like the eyes of the one kid, but he looks like the other kid.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to mention that. So I was thinking that was probably some kind of incident with them like dying was like an incident where somehow they became one person. I don't know. I have no idea what could have happened. Maybe there was some kind of eye transplant. We know that that's possible. But I feel like it's something, like, different than that. Maybe, because, like, the supposedly, like, those eyes, like, happen when, like, this. So maybe, like, the guy, I forget his name, the guy who actually, like, had the eyes to begin with wasn't strong enough, so they just fucking, like, hopped over into this friend. I have no idea. But I just wanted to talk about it before while I remembered.
Good. No problem there.
Oh, that's Lady Angel. Didn't you know? They say if you hang an origami of Lady Angel at the door, your shop will always have good fortune.
an angel. Huh. What is going on here? This land isn't divided into two. It's already united. Hidden Rain Village used to be led by Hanzo of the Salamander. So where is he? Going to need to check this place out very thoroughly.
Because remember, there's only 5 Kage in the Great Nations.
then I think I should start at Make Out Club Battle.
Oh, sir. Surely you're just joking with me.
I'm not even capable of telling a lie. Everything I said's completely true.
Oh, well, I'm flattered then.
Is that?
Oh, yes, what an intense battle this is.
You have really good taste for picking me to sit with you.
Well, Tessuna, you remind me of someone that I know. Like her. Even your names are similar, so I couldn't help but request your I think it was Hanzo of the Salamander who was looking for...
You mustn't talk about such things here.
Oh? And why is that?
If they hear that you're one of Hanzo's old associates, then you're gonna be killed.
Oh, well that's disturbing news.
The new leader of this city, Lord Payne, is a very strict and unforgiving ruler. He shows no mercy to anybody, or at least that's what my husband tells me.
What was that? Are you telling me you're married?
My husband is just a Genin and doesn't earn much, so I have to work this job in order to make sure that our bills get paid.
Wow, that must be rough for you.
According to my hubby, Lord Payne uses his jutsu to make it rain all over this village. And then the rain actually tells him what everybody in this entire place is doing.
Really? That sounds like a very scary
Fuck.
future.
I know. So it's better to watch what we talk about. I'm coming home now with a present. Yeah, right. It's probably something from that lame gift shop by Shibuya Bridge.
What a sad piece of writing.
Kona, when I stop the rain, ferret out the intruder with your jutsu.
Leave it to me.
Are you ready?
On it.
Well, look here, we're in luck.
Come on in, gentlemen.
Hey, you.
We'll have 2 sakes and some snacks, okay? Wait, today is Sunday, is it?
Guess that something must have come up for Lord Payne. Maybe he's gonna go to another nation or something.
I don't recall it ever raining this hard on other days before, you know?
Maybe he's doing something that requires a lot of power.
But if it keeps on raining like this...
Hey, you watch what you say. Lord Payne gives so much of himself for all of us in this city, and you know it. So stop your whining.
Yeah, okay, guess you're right.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Hey,
Where's our order? You didn't bring out anything.
No, just have an absolute enormous stroke of luck because this evening the both of you get to enjoy our grand opening special.
We do? Seriously?
It's a little thing I like to call the Club Frog Torture Special.
hey, who the hell are you?
I'm the one asking the questions.
Now, run!
Oh, I was actually gonna say, I bet they're in there.
In Toad's stomach.
You can't get out.
See? You're fucked. Oh shit.
Looks like a sad OP. It's crazy. They had the OP literally in the middle of the
I
episode.
know. Well, it's because now we're getting into like the arcs are actual arcs, and like it's multi-part like episodes.
Right.
She just turned into paper.
I think it's pretty fucking cool.
It's really cool, but they're also like the worst teammates for each other because she's made out of paper. She can only work when there's no rain.
And does that rogue ninja symbol signify that you're loyal to Pain?
What the hell is this place?
Oh yeah,
You're
I forgot that
inside the
it's crossed
stomach
out.
of a toad. No matter what you may try, you'll never be found here. No one will ever come to your aid.
But who are you?
I already told you that I'm the one who's asking the question. Remember?
What are you gonna do with that feather, huh?
Tickle you, of course. If you don't want to die from laughing, then I suggest you answer my question. Now tell me all about your leader. Start. Tell me everything you know about this man, Pain.
Naruto is so serious, you guys. You don't understand.
Joking.
You're pretty stubborn, aren't you? Well, I still have one other trick.
You gonna do?
If the both of you refuse to talk, then I'll use my jutsu and flog you into frogs. Flog and frog. Do you get it?
See, that's a Japanese joke about how L's and R's are the same thing, so flog and frog are pronounced the exact same way.
What do you want from us anyway?
Ninja art. Toad transformation.
No, don't!
You bastard, that's not fair!
All right then. I guess you're next. Come here, little toad.
Lord Payne lives in the tallest tower on the west end of the village. That's what people say.
Now, what was that you said? It was something about not turning on your comrades.
They say that he's of Fuma clan lineage, but no one's ever seen him up close. And some people even go so far as to claim that he doesn't really exist.
I just walked through town a little, and every single person that I talked to just sang his praises. So don't lie to me.
In this village, Lord Payne is considered a god. It's not a question of if he exists. He's always out there watching over every one of us. He has a representative do things like ceremonial rites, speeches, and the issuing of orders. That's all done through Lady Angel.
Her again. So why must he hide himself from the people he rules over?
For times just like this.
Well, that makes sense.
You're not one of the holdovers from the old Hidden Ring. Who the hell are you?
Never mind about me now. But what's all this stuff about the holdovers from the old Hidden Ring?
You really don't know anything at all, do you? Outsider. Until recently, those remnants of the old days would try to infiltrate our land. But that isn't a concern anymore. Only very few, very lucky foreigners like you ever manage to slip in from the outside.
It isn't a concern. What do you mean by that? I had heard this land was going through a civil war.
I'm not surprised. This land's closed to the outside. The Civil War here ended a long time ago, and we were triumphant. That's why Lord Payne is so legendary. He conquered the Hidden Reign all by himself.
I can't believe it. No matter how powerful this Payne might be, the leader of the Hidden Reign was Hanzo of the Salamander. Everyone in the shinobi world knows about it.
Yeah, that's right. And not only was Hanzo extremely powerful, he was also cautious. He made it very hard for anyone to come near him, surrounded himself with bodyguards 24 hours a day, and required full body searches of anyone who approached him, even children.
So how was Payne
Body
able to defeat
searches?
Hanzo? Just what ability does he possess?
I already told you. We don't really know anything about him.
There's no way he could have defeated Hanzo by himself.
Of course he could. He's a god. He wields formidable jutsu. Even so, that isn't the real reason to fear Lord Payne. What's truly frightening about him is his merciless heart of unbending steel. He has systematically eliminated all who question or threaten his vision. He didn't stop at just destroying Hanzo. Hanzo's parents, his wife and child, his relatives and friends, even their infants. He killed all of them, and he burned their homes to the ground. And then he killed emissaries of villages allied with Hanzo. He erased them all. It was retribution. Is that not godlike?
All right. And what exactly is your god trying to accomplish here?
His are the works of a god. We couldn't know what he has in his mind.
I see. Then enough about your god. At the very least, you must know some information about the Akatsuki.
Never heard of it.
Your arms and legs have been bound, so it's impossible for you to move. But that's not all that this trap does. Your pulse is also being measured. And if you lie, I'll know instantly.
Built-in lie detector
Now
test.
go on, tell me everything you know. Otherwise, you're both gonna spend the rest of your miserable lives eating flies.
the intruder.
What'd you think of that episode?
Interesting episode. They had some, like, funny parts in there, but then it was also just kind of scary.
Really creepy as shit.
Yeah.
I think the tickling thing was because, like, I feel like
Actual torture is
it would
not
have been
allowed.
a bit, like, much. That would have been a line to cross, especially with Jiraiya's character, but even still, like, you know.
Yeah.
That could have been a knife instead. Like, you know. But what do you think of
Yeah.
that episode?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting. He just goes in. That's also interesting that the guy from the flashback with him, that it wasn't just like some random dude. That was the leader of the Rain Village, which is pretty cool. But it's also interesting that apparently Pain is just very thorough. Like, I've said this before about, like, when he talked about the plan previously, and now there's, like, debatable whether that's actually the plan, or Toby Madara had an evil, like, an even more different plan. But, like, he just systematically wiped out the, like, very memory of this guy. The previous leader, he just straight up murdered him, murdered his family, murdered anyone who liked him.
And completely erased his
just
bloodline.
destroyed it. It's gone. Anyone who likes him, anyone who thinks about him, they're all gone. No one talks about it. But he brought peace, and he protects them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess if you weren't super loyal to the previous guy, then
Fuck it,
not
dude.
much to complain about here. If you like living in the Rain Village.
Mm-hmm.
But if you, like, imagine, like, Jiraiya just going in there being like, oh yeah, this is the perfect place for the Akatsuki to hide because they're in the middle of the war and there's, like,
Yeah.
they're totally undetected. But no, now it's like, yeah, if the Akatsuki were here, this Pain guy would know about it, therefore he's probably a part of the Akatsuki by process of elimination there, because there's no way in a village that is so regulated where the guy literally controls the rain and knows things based on, like, what is going on because of the rain, that he wouldn't know if the Akatsuki were, like, slithering around in the shadows. Also, the girl, what's her name again?
Conan.
She is paper. People are seemingly, like, more and more people just are something else. Like,
What are you talking about?
Sasuke's new friend is literally just water. She can just turn into paper and, like, fly around. We're getting a lot more interesting, like, bodied people, I suppose. But that's also interesting that they are, like, still a team, even though both of their jutsus are so, like, they can't actually work at the same time because the rain would just destroy her. So it's a really interesting team, I suppose. Like, really not complementary powers at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then he apparently has this, like, room full of different bodies and looking like Datara over here, like, just a different hairstyle, different. No one knows what he looks like. No one knows. And apparently he can, like, seemingly switch from body to body at will, which is making me think probably asking how the hell the guy who, like, had the eyes originally now looks like the other guy. Well, maybe he just straight up took over his body, whether it was dead or not. I suppose, but he, like, seemingly has a bunch of them, like, lined up in this weird place. It's just kind of creepy. It's like a horror movie.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'd like to say more, but it's so much of this is a mystery that if I say, I could risk spoiling if I engage at all. So that's why I'm not really talking.
Yeah, don't say anything. It's just feels like there's a lot here. And obviously Jiraiya doesn't have any idea. There's, like, and it's so creepy, like, the whole place is creepy. It's like,
it's creepy as shit.
It's like, oh yeah, he's like a god. He, like, makes it rain all the time, but that's fine. That's the price that we have to pay to live in this, like, nice place that he made for us. And there's, like, the angel Lady Angel, who's like literally like they hang an origami angel outside of their place, and it's like as like a good omen, and like she like comes and delivers all the news to them. It's really creepy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just really it's just kind of disturbing and like yeah. But I guess we can move on to the next one.
Well, alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe. Check out our Patreon if you want to get ahead. But I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.